Hello, buddies. Today's story is about a terrible and tragic incident that happened in the United States, notably in the small but prosperous town of Dover. Despite its small population of approximately 6,000 people, this town is regarded as one of the most beautiful and prosperous in the region. Dover families have an average annual income of more than $500,000. On December 28, 2023, a horrific catastrophe occurred in this seemingly beautiful village, sending shockwaves across the population. A well-known Indian-American family from Dover was found brutally slain in their luxury house. The victims were Rakesh Kamal, also known as Rick Kamal, his wife Tina, and their 18-year-old daughter Ariyanna. Before we go into the specifics of the crime, let's learn more about the Kamal family. Rick Kamal was a highly educated and successful man who attended top colleges such as Boston University and Stanford University. He worked in an investing firm, where he met Tina, his future wife. The couple married with both families' consent and had a daughter named Ariyanna. Rick joined Harvard University as Chief Technology Officer, STO, in 2015. Rick was known for his lavish lifestyle, and he would arrive at work in costly cars, dressed in fine outfits, shoes, and watches. In 2019, he left Harvard to co-found Edunova, a technology education firm, with Tina. However, the company will cease operations in 2021. Ariyanna, their only kid, was a sweet and friendly college student studying painting. The family was regarded with admiration and respect as part of Dover's elite. But underlying this picture-perfect vision was a tempest no one saw coming. The discovery of the crime on December 28, 2023, around 7:30 p.m., Dover police got a troubling call from Rick's younger brother, Manoj Kamal. Manoj had attempted to reach Rick for 2 days without luck. While Rick's phone was turned off, Tina and Ariyanna's phones rang, but no one responded. Manoj, sensing something was awry, decided to drive to his brother's residence. When he arrived, the front door was open, which worried him. A message on the table stated, "Please call the police before going further inside." Manoj, terrified, stepped back outside and quickly contacted the cops. Within minutes, officers arrived on the scene. When they proceeded upstairs to the second story, they encountered a horrifying discovery. Rick's body was discovered in the bathroom, motionless in the tub. Tina and Ariyanna's bodies were located in another room on the same floor by police officers. All three had been fatally shot. The Kamal family had been wiped out. Initial theories such an incident was nearly unheard of in Dover, given the city's excellent security and small population. Initially, residents suspected that the murders were the result of a robbery. However, nothing appeared to have been stolen. The entire house remained undamaged. Another notion was that the family's adversaries murdered them as a form of vengeance. However, friends, neighbors, and even former residents all portrayed the Kamals as pleasant, friendly people who had no known adversaries. As the research progressed, a far deeper and more sad truth emerged. The hidden financial crisis police learned Rick Kamal's fortune and luxury lifestyle were facade. Despite his posh appearance, Rick was drowning in debt. He had borrowed a considerable sum of money from several individuals and businesses. In 2022, he borrowed $750,000 from a corporation and promised to reimburse it within 4 months. He never did. He also borrowed $500,000 from his brother-in-law, Tina's brother, and $150,000 from his brother, Manoj. He also drained his mother's bank account, depleting her resources to support his lavish lifestyle. Rick's various business efforts have consistently failed. He had left a solid, well-paying job at Harvard University in the hopes of starting his own business, but none of his ventures were successful. The family's mansion, which included 21 rooms, 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a jacuzzi, a pool, and even a home theater, was purchased on loan. He was meant to repay the mortgage within 2 years, but he failed to do so. In December 2022, the court ordered the Kamals to abandon their property. Rick spent the next year attempting to rescue his family's home, but failed. By December 2023, the eviction order was finalized. The family was to be forcibly removed from their home. Even worse, Tina didn't completely comprehend the gravity of the situation. She knew they were having financial problems, but Rick had kept the actual scope of the crisis from her. The shocking truth, with no exterior intruders captured on CCTV and all evidence pointing inward, authorities came to a sad conclusion: Rick Kamal had perpetrated the murders. Rick apparently lost his mental stability due to debt and fear of public humiliation. The forensic analysis confirmed that Tina, Ariyanna, and Rick were all shot with a Glock 22 pistol, which was discovered beside Rick's body. The fingerprints on the gun matched Rick's. He also left a handwritten message instructing someone to notify the police before entering the house. Rick had slain his wife and daughter before shooting himself. A millionaire's fall from grace. People regarded Rick as a millionaire, a success story, and a role model. But behind the scenes, his world was collapsing. The strain to maintain a lavish lifestyle, along with business failures and massive debt, drove him to a terrible breakdown. His friends, neighbors, and family were horrified and in amazement. None of them could have predicted that Rick, a seemingly calm and accomplished man, would do something so heinous. This tragedy serves as a painful reminder that appearances can be deceptive. Mental health issues, financial pressure, and the weight of unreasonable expectations can push even the most stable appearing people to the brink.